This is why these lists for winter fragrances don't mean anything. It's December and I'm outside in a hoodie, just lightweight. I could just take my pants off and just chill bare balls out and I'll be Gucci. It's 60 something degrees. Yesterday it was negative your mother. And now today is perfectly Gucci. How are we gonna, like, Mother Nature's straight on her period, dog. But one thing I can't put you onto is some budget fragrances for you to go out on a romantic date. On a date like today, you could potentially even sit outside. It's ridiculous. So with that being said, let's roll my music so I can put you onto 10 budget-friendly options for you to go on a date and not blow the bag. I'm getting my swim trunks. My friend, you're broke, but I'm here to join you on your journey of rotoness. Rabbit ears is a serious disease in the fragrance community. You're still paying off student loans for a profession that you never got into. What did you do with your psychology degree? Liberal arts might as well be a GED. But guess what? I'm doing horrible. I legit got maybe $20 in my pocket. No, actually, I'm joining you in the rabbit ears journey. Nothing. But that ain't stopping you from macking and going on dates. Best believe that list that came out from shorties not wanting to go to Olive Garden, Applebee's, Fridays. We don't want those. We want the chick that could sit at Applebee's and let me get the 2 for $20. Let me get the largest $1 beer you got, cause I'm on birth control and I'm ready to party.
You're cheap.
I mean, you might need a penicillin shot, but what you won't need is a fragrance to help you smell good, because I'm gonna put you onto 10 budget options that will help you save a little bit of bread so you can do that 2 for $20 at Applebee's, get you a little 𝗙𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗀, or just smell fantastic when you're watching Pornhub.
What are you doing on the computer?
But let's roll my music so I can put you onto 10 budget sexy fragrance options for you to go cop.
We're all alone. Yeah, best friends from the south side. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. What do I know about dates, bro? I've been married forever and a day. My wives really ain't about that life. You peep the plural, right? Wives. She's not here. But being on a budget shouldn't stray you away from this entire fragrance journey. You can still build an amazing fragrance collection without blowing the bag, fam. Like, this is a hobby, not to go into debt, not to max out a credit card, not to wait by the mailbox to see who pre-approved you for a $500 loan so you can blow that on an homage fragrance or something. This is about smelling good, feeling confident, and wooing that particular shorty or dude, whatever you're into, on your first, second, or third date when you should be. You know what I'm saying?
Does that sound good?
So I'm trying to keep the list sub $60. Now with hype, some of these prices may fluctuate, but these are the current prices as of today. And I always say, if the hype builds up the price, wait a little bit, don't rush to it. It will eventually die down and hit a plateau point, and then you can repurchase it again. But one of the ones I would definitely recommend you to get, Mercedes-Benz Club Black. This joint was surprisingly good and loved by a ton of dudes out in the street as an absolute sex magnet. Let's hit it one time with the one time. Sexy, vanillic, bergamot, dusty incense with a nice little F-boy embrox and a nice little woody base. Very sexy, slacks a little bit for me on performance, and I am in the minority. I've mentioned this in previous videos. Dudes who like this fragrance and rock this fragrance wholeheartedly think that it lasts absolutely forever on their skin, and that might be the case. On mine, it's just moderate. It's not crazy, it's a little bit light, but it doesn't take away about how affordable this fragrance is and how sexy it is. You can easily bottle this shit up, put it in a niche container, put a different tag on it, and charge triple.
She cannot know about this, okay? No.
So if you like sexy vanilla incensey vibes, Mercedes-Benz Club Black is the way to go. Next one. The most hyped fragrance in the community, whether it be TikTok or YouTube, Camera by Lattafa. You definitely have this in your collection at this point, and if you don't, you've seen multiple videos about this joint. Maybe you're just straying away from the hype and you're like, I'm not buying this shit because 500 other dudes bought it. I get it. But are we gonna front that it doesn't smell good? We can't do that, because that beautiful praline nuttiness with that slight cognac-y boozy that's coming off of this fragrance is marvelous. Talk to me, let's get crazy right now. Yeah, my guy, like, this is the date night fragrance. Like, at a budget space, this is all date night. This was properly properly built to go on a fragrance. That's it. Signed, sealed, delivered. There's nothing. This is for a date. This is to woo somebody else. This is to catch attention. Cinnamon, nuttiness, pralines, vanilla. Oh my God, this is beautiful, dog. It has performance, it has sex appeal. It has a warm, delicious spiciness. And although it mirrors the space of Angel Share, apparently it might be also a clone of something else, which I haven't smelled, so I can't confirm or deny. What I can confirm is that this shit is absolutely sexy. Great price point. If you can buy it in the prime and get that shit next day, why not pick up a gem that's guaranteed to make you smell delicious? Next one. The infamous fragrance that gave me 4 goosebumps in a row by Duo Fragrances, Drowning in Supernova, which is a clone of Annie and Elysium. There's a wild concoction of notes in here that really sound like a mess, but the skin is what determines the final bang. I can break down all the notes in this fragrance, but it wouldn't make any sense to you because at the end of the day, we need to see what this formulates. It's bright, it's fresh, yet it's warm and vanillic. It's woody, it hits all the notes, the entire spectrum of notes that you're looking for. Brightness, darkness, fresh, spicy, warm, effervescence. You're getting a little bit of everything mixed in this tiny fragrance bottle. The exclusivity factor is there, the unique factor is there, the sexy factor is there, and the date night factor is there. They forever have coupons on the website, so I tell people, like, don't go by the price that's listed on the website because there's always bare minimum of 15% off, and now with the holiday season, it's probably gonna be 15, 20, 25, 30, who knows? Motherfuckers might throw this shit free 99 one day. So Drowning in Supernova, definitely a sexy date night fragrance budget option. Say that 5 times fast. It could have been a first impressions thing, but I actually enjoy the clone a little bit better than the original. And I could be wooed by the inexpensive price point, but the One Luminous Nights clone, which is called Moonlit Night, the one and only, pretty awesome. We're talking about pralines, we're talking about dates, cardamom, fresh, sexy, Middle Eastern, erotic, with a nice fresh out of the shower feel. The smoky dates in this fragrance are really what pop off. The dates is the shining star of this fragrance, which dates should help you on your date, right? I mean, the dad jokes just keep coming. This is a fairly inexpensive fragrance compared to the One Luminous Night Gray market price, which is somewhere in that $170, $180 space. This joint, you can get it for sub $50, again, pending on hype, but you're getting a decent amount of performance on this, an exclusive scent profile. You're gonna smell completely different, and I think the dates add a little bit of an earthy essence to make it stand out from what typically is worn on a date, which is like a Bleu de Sauvage or an Aventus, something in that space with that strong citrusy component that is recognizable when you live in a metropolis area. So I think this brings a level of creativity and exclusivity, and it kind of, I don't know, like when you wear something different, it just feels like you put a little bit more thought into it rather than just going to the store and picking up what everybody's accustomed to. Take a little risk when it comes to fragrance, and I think it will truly pay off in the long run when she sees that, damn, this dude is putting effort into his scents, that he doesn't smell like every other dude popping bottles. So maybe that's what's gonna happen in our relationship. Just saying, I sound like Dr. Phil. Next one.
Thank you for that.
But some ratchet chicks just want a little Dior Sauvage elixir, so you get yourself Lattafa aside. Pure turn up. Dior Sauvage Elixir Adjace in a budget option. Great performance. Almost annoyingly great. It's a little bit too loud, it's a little bit too crazy. And the times that I've worn this joint, I've reluctantly worn it just more so as like to test out, but I've loved how it smelled on my skin, which I'll take it. This is a clubbing fragrance, this is a going out fragrance, this is a moonlit night fragrance, no pun intended, but it's a sexy, erotic, coffee, lavender, and nutmeggy blend. You got the Dior Sauvage DNA with a bit more masculinity and maturity coming out of this fragrance. So I think that this is a great alternative, especially for the price point, and it just screams date night situations. Next one. A date night doesn't necessarily mean we gotta go up and turn out. You've already had a couple of dates, and we're gonna do a date night that's Netflix and chill. A little coffee and whiskey will do the job. This is the aperitif of the fragrance space. A Bath and Body Works joint. Maybe y'all went to the store together, walked the mall, holding hands like vintage shit. She wanted to buy a little something, you know, KY, so she could look all shiny and shit. Her titties look glorious. Like she just turtle waxed them shit and it has a nice gloss and sheen to them.
You have best-selling author titties, and 10% of your titties are my titties. I just want our titties to have a future.
You can pick yourself up a little something from the $30 space. Now, based on the name, what do you think it smells like? Go ahead, reviewers, I'll wait. Yeah, coffee and whiskey. Now, if you dare come at me like, what kind of whiskey, 𝗙𝐿, we're gonna have a fucking problem. I think this is an extraordinarily underrated fragrance for the price point and the kind of juice that's in here. Bath and Body Works be sneaking some like creeper fragrances that are fucking sick. Like Hardwood was another one that's super solid. This joint might top it a little bit, but very sexy, Netflix and chill. And you have those elements of grainy, dark roasted coffee and a little bit of single malt whiskey. Like, I'm with it. Next one. Now this joint, sleep I don't know what the price is right now, but it was lingering in the $20 space. Maison Alhambra's exclusive tobacco. This is a clone of Carolina Herrera's Mystery Tobacco, so I've been told, and the presentation looks just like it. But for me, it smelled a little bit like Argos' Triumph Tobacco. So to give you some point of reference if you're in the fragrance space and don't know either of those fragrances, kind of red tobacco Mancera-ish, sweet, musky, dry, sexy, uber pipe, like cherry pipe tobacco meets Hood Bodega Black and Mild. It has this light cherry kind of essence from this fragrance that's, I mean, stupid. It has this wild, sexy, voluptuous cherry essence of this fragrance that's ridiculously perfect for a date night situation. You know what surprises me about some of these clones, honestly? Is that they're putting such good quality here. My fear is that it's not gonna be consistent. Once they're gonna continue getting mass produced or they're gonna get hyped, the clone brands might start slacking on performance. So it's like now is like the perfect opportunity while they're still lying under the radar to pick these type of fragrances up. The tobacco is so vibrant, so deep, rich, sexy, very warm, inviting, spicy, incensey. And then you got that sweetness of that cherry-esque vibe. This one is an absolute sleeper that will sell out quick. Next one. So this fragrance screams uber masculine, sexy, more mature, and that's 𝗙𝐿 or 𝗙𝐿𝐒 by Lattafa. I can't pronounce this joint because I can barely read, but this joint is a diesel cardamom and leather fragrance that pure class. There's nothing ungentlemanly about this fragrance. It screams maturity, it screams stable, ladies, stable. It screams, I'm at least going to be faithful for 2 years.
I just wasn't the sort of girl that could say the word sexual.
The leather here is so fire. So you got your traditional bergamot, you have leather, you have florals, beautiful cedar, sexy cardamom, also in that warm, sexy space. Like if I picture this fragrance on a date night scenario, you're fully suited out, but she's coming full suit as well, like that sexy business outfit. Nothing is sexier than a shorty well put together with some really high stilettos and then those beautiful, freshly shaved, shiny legs. Ugh. That's a tremenda mamazota. That's a chick who has her shit on point. She is extremely picky with the spouse that she chooses to engage with. She might be a little bit of a pain in the ass because she makes her own money. She don't need you. So therefore, the challenge she's gonna present makes it that much more enticing if you're a person who likes to play. This, gentleman, is that signature budget fragrance for a date. Next one. The next two are playful yet sexy. I'm gonna say that Bodo Rouge Pelador, Carlisle's clone, is crazy sexy. And if you wanna go the other Parfums de Marly route, you can go this hybrid route, which is 𝗙𝐿𝐒 by Lattafa as well, which is more Layton with a sprinkle of Layton exclusive than it's really been advertised, because it's been advertised more as a Layton exclusive clone, which I personally don't like. It smells like rat asshole, like that's not my thing.
Wait, how you know that?
So for me, this one screams Layton, which is definitely the better option in my opinion. So you can get your Carlisle option, which is Bodo Rouge, uber sexy, performs amazing. You don't have to go crazy with the sprayer to get a lot of scent out of this fragrance. Or you can go the Layton route, which is that warm apple pie-ish kind of note that screams intimacy and kind of breaks down that security barrier. So allows you guys to get a little bit closer. There would be no offensive nature. And based on that conversation, or if you're in a loud environment that forces you to be closer so you can listen to each other, she's gonna get a whiff of these fragrances and be like, yo, this dude hits different. He's not a fuckboy like my last 3 exes and my 2 baby fathers.
I meant every word.
10 budget options for you not to break the bank for your date night. Are there other budget options? Absolutely, but I think this is an amazing entry point, and literally with the price of all these is about 1, maybe 2 niche fragrances. I'll put links in the descriptions if you're interested in any of these fragrances. Let me know what's your cheapy go-to for that date night scenario. First impressions are everything, so don't forget to impress that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all just next time. You know it is biggest in the game. Smooches.
Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's long since you never get in. It's long since that you would think that you would.